So today, we're diving deep into one of the toughest, most demanding jobs on the entire planet, becoming an elite Special Forces operator. We're going to break down what it really takes to perform at a level where, honestly, failure isn't just an option, it's what happens to almost everyone who even tries.
So, what is it? What's the secret sauce that separates a regular soldier from someone in an elite special unit? Is it just about being stronger, smarter, or is it something else entirely? Well, the truth is, it's all of those things, but there's more to it than that.
Let's just start with one number, because this number tells you pretty much the whole story. 90%. That's the average number of people who don't make it, the washout rate. So for every 10 people who show up thinking they've got what it takes, 9 of them are sent home. This isn't your typical job interview. It's a brutal filtration process designed to find the very, very few who are genuinely unbreakable.
And that whole process kicks off with the first massive hurdle, the selection itself. You know, this isn't about just being in good shape. It's about how you perform when you're put under conditions that are literally designed to break you, both in body and in mind. It all starts with a grueling 90-day probation, and the schedule is just relentless. I mean, think about it. You're getting maybe 2 or 3 hours of sleep a night. Every single day, you're marching 15 to 25 kilometers carrying heavy packs. On top of that, you've got these regular 40-kilometer speed marches carrying 20 kilos, all against the clock. It's just a constant, nonstop barrage of physical and mental stress.
And right at the very heart of this whole ordeal is the infamous Hell Week. The name really says it all. For up to a week straight, sometimes even longer, candidates are pushed through nonstop physical challenges on almost zero sleep. The goal here is pretty simple, actually. Push them way past exhaustion and see who can still function when every single fiber of their being is screaming at them to just stop.
And this quote right here, this really gets to the core philosophy of the whole thing. The physical breakdown, it's not an accident. It's the entire point. Your body is supposed to fail because it's only when you're physically completely spent that your real mental strength, your true resilience can even be measured. That's the quality the instructors are hunting for.
So for that tiny 10% who somehow survive selection, well, the real work is just getting started. Now we get to see how a soldier is forged into a multi-talented special operator. You see, the whole focus of their training is just fundamentally different. Conventional forces, they train for big, structured battles, holding territory. But special forces, they are the absolute masters of the unconventional. Their entire training revolves around surprise, weird tactics, and working in these tiny, autonomous teams way behind enemy lines. And here's a perfect example of what that looks like. The escape and evasion test. Just imagine this. You're dropped into hostile territory with absolutely nothing. No food, no money, no gear. Your mission? Travel 100 kilometers in just 2 days to get to a safe zone. Oh, and the whole time a hunting force is after you. If they catch you, you fail, and you get treated like a real prisoner of war. It is a brutal test of resourcefulness, endurance, and stealth under the most insane pressure imaginable.
And it goes way beyond just survival. They master this incredible range of skills. I mean, they can assemble their rifle blindfolded in under 15 seconds. That's pure muscle memory. They literally train their bodies to reverse their internal clock so they can become completely nocturnal. They learn super advanced navigation, secret communication methods, and how to be absolutely lethal even when they're completely unarmed. Every single skill is honed to a razor's edge.
Of course, an operator is only as good as their tools, right? So let's take a look at the kind of advanced gear that gives these elite units their critical edge out in the field.
An operator's personal arsenal is all about versatility. They'll use assault rifles for most situations, but they can switch to a super compact submachine gun for those intense, close-quarters fights. A reliable pistol is always there as a last resort. But here's the real game changer. Things like advanced holographic sights that let them lock onto a target with almost instant speed and accuracy.
And beyond their personal weapons, the team brings some serious firepower for tactical control. You've got machine guns to lay down suppressive fire and pin the enemy down. They have disposable rocket launchers that can take out a vehicle or a fortified building. And of course, high-precision sniper systems that let them engage targets from hundreds and hundreds of meters away. Okay, now this is where the tech gets really fascinating. A through-wall radar is basically a portable device that lets an operator literally see through solid walls. It can detect movement inside a room, telling the team exactly how many people are in there and where they are, all before they even open the door. I mean, talk about a game-changing tactical advantage. And that tech advantage goes way beyond just seeing through walls. They basically own the night. Helmet-mounted night vision is standard. Handheld thermal imagers can spot hidden enemies just from their body heat. And of course, you have all kinds of recon drones, giving them a bird's-eye view of the whole area, painting a complete picture of the situation before the mission even kicks off.
So, finally, we've looked at the soldier, we've looked at their tools, but what about the philosophy that guides them? Let's get into the doctrine that governs exactly how and when they use all this force.
This quote, it really cuts right to the heart of their combat doctrine. The core belief is that hesitation can be fatal. The only way to neutralize a violent threat is with a response that is swift, overwhelming, and even more violent.
And that leads to this idea, the principle of disproportionate response. This is a cold, calculated tactic. If an enemy fires, say, 100 rounds at them, the doctrine says you return fire with 3 times that amount. The goal isn't just to fight back, it's to instantly suppress the threat, seize control of a situation, and end the fight on your own terms immediately.
Now, this illustrates an unwritten but very deeply held rule of retribution. In the high-stakes world these operators live in, any loss that the team suffers is met with a severe and calculated response. It's a harsh, brutal reality of the environment they have to operate in. And that really brings us to a final thought. We've seen the incredible gear, the insane training, the tough doctrine. But when all the technology fails and the perfect plan completely falls apart, what's left is just the operator, and it leaves you with a pretty fundamental question. In this modern age of drones and high-tech warfare, what is the ultimate value of a single human being who has been forged to be truly, absolutely unbreakable?